it's an uncertain thing. You got to roll the dice, and somebody has to be willing to take the risk. Greatness comes when you're willing to take a risk.
Welcome back, everybody, to Ultimate CNFT. Mike, aka Mr. Ultimate, here with you today, and it's time for our deep dive video on risk. I am very, very excited to share with you guys all the information that you need to know. Many of you are up to date to the very second of what is going on with this project, but there are many people out there who still don't know, and there is still so much information to get to you before the pre-sale of this token goes live on the 14th of this month here of July. Stick with me, you guys. I'm going to get every bit of information that is already up to date at this point in the project. There is so much more to come after the pre-sale, but for right now, I'm going to give you everything we got so that you know, and knowing, of course, is more than half the battle. I'm also going to be giving away 3 OG spots because of this video. Now, for those of you who do know, those are very, very hard to get. We are almost out of those, but I reserved 3 for the making of this video. If you want to find out how to get one of those spots, you're going to have to stick with this video. It'll be popped up right in the middle somewhere, and you can check it out, and I'll give you explicit instructions, and we'll get those out to the people who deserve them the most. And in the meantime, we got some stuff to get into, so let's get into it right now. All right, so Risk Token. Let's go ahead and check out this website here. We're going to be jumping on over into the Discord, where we have been building the community for about a solid 3 weeks now. And yes, things went by really, really quickly. Most of the information we're going to want to digest is over there, all the important announcements. But let's go ahead and take a look at this website here. It's a nice little overview of what Risk is without going into super detail. Those are going to be coming later. But basically, Risk is a Cardano-based token inspired by the game Risk. Risk Coin, as the name suggests, draws inspiration from the classic strategic board game Risk and aims to bring its unique gameplay elements to the realm of digital assets. With a total supply of 100 billion tokens, Risk Coin is set to offer an engaging experience to its holders and enthusiasts alike. Now, it's no secret this is my project, along with my co-founder, of course, the great and respectable Johnny Tran of Royal Chess Club. Him and I have been great friends here for a very long time now, and we've been hatching this plan for quite a while. Now, Risk was my idea because of my love for the game Risk. I will say this really quickly so people understand and to dispel any of the rumors. The game itself will not be called Risk. We do not want any copyright infringements or any such thing, but the token launch here that we're talking about is Risk Token. Now, we're going to have to use that token in the game itself. A lot of those details will be coming later, but just so people know and understand, Risk is the token and the game coming up. We've got a lot of plans for that. We'll get into some of that later, but it is definitely inspired by the classic board game that I love and know so much, and I must say was a grandmaster more than once. We'll talk more about that later. So the earning rewards, the primary objective of Risk Coin is to create a dynamic ecosystem where participants can engage in strategic gameplay and potentially earn rewards. I'm going to go ahead and say the truth here, and you know what, potentially yes, but there will be rewards to be earned. I will be doing some things myself to be giving away some ADA prizes and a lot of other things. There's a lot of information to digest with this project. While the exact details of the gameplay and reward system are yet to be revealed, one can expect Risk Coin to incorporate elements inspired by the Risk board game. This could involve strategic positioning, territorial conquest, alliances, and battles. We will also be very NFT centric here, guys. We have a lot of plans to do some NFT things in the battles that are going to be coming up and taking place. Let's take a quick look at the roadmap here, and this will be adjusted as well because we got some plans I think that are going to be developing a little bit earlier than the start of Q1 2024. But let's catch you up to date right now. We are in quarter 2 of 2023. We got the pre-sale token launch coming up. We'll take a look at the graphics attached with that here in a few minutes. We got the map game designing. We're already in designs of the mapping of the game and all that good stuff. We got some great partnerships. I'll talk a little bit about those here in a few minutes. We got the airdrop of the Risk token. Yes, we have a DEX exchange coming up soon after the pre-sale has been completed. We have game development. This will be ongoing. We have so much game development coming up, and this is actually going to be facilitated by Johnny Tran and the people he is working with to be building the Royal Chess Club game that is coming out as well. So if you guys want a little sample of what that game is going to be looking like, the quality that we're using to implement on Risk, you can go ahead and check that out with the Royal Chess Club. I will have links to that down in the description box below. Let's fast forward to quarter 3 and quarter 4 of this year. We got partnerships and collaborations. We're already pretty much working on this. We've got a pretty great list of collaborations we've done. Speaking of the collaborations, we want wanted to incorporate as many people in the Cardano space as possible, of course, of my ties. Here at UltimateCNFT, I have a lot of great relationships with a lot of great people, a lot of great up-and-coming projects and already established projects. We've got a ton of collaborations, and we've got some pretty big partnerships on the way, and some already established. It's freaking awesome. The NFT drop will be coming up. There will be more information about that later. The minting of the NFT collection. Now, this should say collections because, again, it's going to be very NFT-centric. Again, more details on that coming up pretty soon here, but just know there will be some NFTs coming up, and there's some special things going on with the OG rolls. I'm going to talk about that in depth so that you guys all know from my own mouth exactly what's going on with these OG rolls. There'll be some stake to earn, some stuff later. The game launch in quarter one of 2024. Like I said, no guarantees, but it's nice to know that I think we're ahead of the game in developing the game itself, and it could show up a little bit earlier than quarter one. So we might be looking at that this year. In fact, Johnny Tran and I are pushing for that, and the development of what's going on with the Royal Chess Club is going to tell us a lot about the development of what's going on with the Risk themed game that is coming up as well, and we will update the roadmap. So the token details here, the OG high risk Discord rolls, we'll talk about that again in depth. The public is going to start on July 15th. We actually have 3 different phases. I will show you that in a few minutes. The total supply, of course, being 100 billion. Also, there's going to be some deflationary mechanisms attached to this token, which we will again reveal later as well. Token exchange. Now, the rate on this is 1 ADA equals 66,000 some odd risk tokens, of course. Now, the max OG that you can mint for the OG or per wallet is going to be 1,000 ADA. So time this number by 1,000, and that's how much risk you get for your 1,000 ADA on your maximum transactions. This is going to be across the board. We have the OG rolls, we have the risk taker, and we have public. Nobody can mint more than 1,000 ADA worth. We wanted to spread it out as much as we possibly could to keep an even token spread throughout the Cardano space. We are raising a total cap of 750,000 ADA. Now, the tokenomics for the pre-sale is going to be 50%. The liquidity pool provided will be 40%. The development, this is going to be for the project development for overall. This will be 6%. The team is going to keep 2%, and an airdrop is going to be 2% set aside for that. As far as the airdrop goes, we have specific instructions for 1% of that, and some things coming up in announcements after the pre-sale of the other 1%, and some qualifying roles for all that stuff. Now, the team funds, you guys, are going to be locked. Actually, physically locked. We cannot touch these tokens for 90 days. We have no desire to spend these tokens right away. We feel like we really need to deliver a product for you before we even touch any team funds. So this will be locked. This will be done during the minting of the pre-sale. And all that stuff's going to be taken care of by Brave Dogs. We love them. They're doing fabulous. We're so happy to work with them. So there's a 90-day lock on your team funds, and there is a 30-day lock on the development funds of the project. We will not be selling any tokens whatsoever for a minimum of 30 days. All the transactions that we do will be fully transparent, and we will be updating those things within all of our socials. I will have all the links to everything again in the description box below for the Twitter account and the Discord as well. So speaking of Discord, let's go jump right into there. Of course, the team, like I said, we've got myself right here. We've got Johnny Tran, and we've got Showtime, our Chief Marketing Officer. This guy has been absolutely incredible and integral in the building of this project. Now let's get into some stuff here in the community that we've built right now. All right, so jumping on into the Discord here, we've got a total membership count of 3,243. It's growing pretty quickly here. Like I said earlier, we only opened up 3 weeks ago. We wanted to do a mystery reveal of the founders, of course, and we did that, and it worked out pretty well. We got our 1,000 Twitter followers built up first, and then we did our reveal, and it has been pouring through ever since. People are very excited about what's being built here, and we'd like to thank everybody who's been a part of this as well. Speaking of thanking people, I would like to personally give a shout out to and thank the partnership that we have for the minting, and that is Brave Dogs. You guys know, and if you've not heard of Brave Dogs, you will certainly hear of them. I'll tell you what, they're doing some big things in the space. I personally believe they are going to take over the pole position for the #1 minters on Cardano. I supported them early, I supported them often, and now I am partnering with them for this mint. They will also be our permanent minting partner, so any of the NFT drops we have will also be minted with Brave Dogs. Now, if you guys want some more information on them, go ahead and join their Discord as well. Like I said, get to know them. They're doing big things in here. I'm also one of the biggest holders of their experience passes, so we have a lot of benefits coming to a lot of people. All right, let's go ahead and continue scrolling down here, this announcements channel. Yes, this is the place you come to DYOR. Yes, even on my own project, you guys, on Ultimate CNFT here, I'm always going to encourage you to DYOR. You can listen to me till I'm blue in the face, but if you do your own research, you'll be best prepared, and you'll find out things like this, being permanently partnered with people like OTK. Yes, they are going to be a part of our actual game map. We got a couple of great projects that we've already announced in public, and so many more yet to come, but I can tell you a little bit about a few of them, Order of the Kraken being one of them. And of course, we've done some collabs with some partners too, giving away OG spots and trading some NFTs so we can give some lovely NFTs away to our OG roles. We really prioritize our OG roles here. I'll tell you some information about that you really need to know, the meat and potatoes of this video right now. Almost practically the most important part is understanding the OG role, but then we also have partners with projects like Raccoon Syndicate also going to be on our map. We're very excited to work with them. You know, I love Timmy and all the things that he's built in this space, had a wonderful relationship. It's great to be able to get into these partnerships and give, you know, OG roles away to the people of these projects, the people who watch my videos, the people who see that we are pulling and collaborating, pulling Cardano together for the greater purpose. And of course, you all know I've got to have KWIC be a part of this project, be on the map. That's another great already revealed partnership. We've got another one with Royal Chess Club, of course, because we got to work with Royal Chess Club, and myself, UltimateCNFT, your own in-house built-in YouTuber. You know I've got to be working with that, continuing to give you all the updates. We're also going to be working very, very closely with Bank. Of course, you know I'm a big fan and a big supporter of Bank, what they have done and how they opened the door in Cardano to be able to do these kinds of things. They paved the way. Big respect to Bank. We are going to be working hard to collaborate to build a gaming experience, our Cardano, that is very, very unique for everybody. So, you know, catch that wave, you guys, ride it with us, understand the people who are here to build and bring Cardano and put it on the map. Now, moving on here, let's talk a little bit about what is coming up. Now, if you scroll over this, you'll see it'll show in your time here. So we're going to go ahead and just show the graphic. It's probably better that way. Our mint is coming up for the pre-sale on July 14th. Now you've got a 24-hour mint if you've got the OG high risk roll. Now, as of the making of this video today, we still have several to give out. We're still giving out some to our partner projects. We've actually increased the OG roll amount from 500 to 650. Again, we really wanted to encompass as many people and as many projects as possible, but we're also giving you a full 24 hours to mint that. Yeah, we're not in a hurry to have you rush or have to miss work or have to miss it. If you really worked hard to earn this roll, we want to honor you and say thank you and give you that entire 24 hours to mint. Now, if you missed that, that's on you, because we've been telling you all about it. Now, the next one, I told you we have 3 different opportunities to mint. The next one is going to be the risk takers. That's only going to be a 2-hour window mint. Now, to get the risk taker roll, you have to be one of the first 2,000 members of our Discord. We wanted to honor those who were there early. We allowed people to submit their wallets for a limited time only, and you are going to get to mint starting at 5:30 p.m. UTC. That's the next day on the 15th. Of course, you see that's a 24-hour gap plus a 30-minute window for the switchover, so pay attention to that. And then we're going to switch over to public, and that's going to go until there's a sellout. Now, we do expect this to be an immediate sellout, so get your wallets ready. After this 2-hour minting window expires, we have another half-hour break. That's how you end up at 8 p.m. UTC. Be ready. You know how these things go. You guys are going to go quick, and it's going to be absolutely furious. And of course, we also have a DEX coming up. It's going to be a stealth drop. We really are trying to watch out for you guys and trying to beat out those bots. We do not want all of that liquidity being botted, so we're working really hard to make sure that everybody knows that we're thinking about all these things, because of course we've seen what's gone down in the Cardano space so far, and we'd like to make improvements on all those things across the board. Your team cares. We love you guys. We appreciate you guys. We try everything we possibly can to make it as fair and spread out for everybody, and plenty of time for everyone to not miss their opportunities. Moving on. All right, everybody, we're actually going to wrap up this video here, but before we do, I've got some of the most important information for you to know up to date in the project, where we're at right now. So much of this stuff is going to be coming out post pre-sale, but as of right now, we're going to be focusing on the OG high risk roll. Now, before I break down this announcement for you and actually drop a little bit of alpha of an upcoming announcement after the pre-sale pertaining to the OG high risk roll, let me remind you that we did talk about the there's going to be 3 OG roles that are being given away because of this video. If you want to qualify for one of those OG roles, there's only a few left to be had. All you have to do is leave a comment on this video and take a snapshot of that comment, post the snapshot of that comment onto the general chat in the Risk Discord, and I will be scrolling over the next 24 hours through the chat incognito style, and I'll be looking for those people who are deserving of it and they have followed the directions and they've got a great comment to share with us in the public. We like those kinds of things, so I'm going to be handpicking you guys, getting you those OG roles and dropping it on you, boom, right there in the chat. Now let me get to the details that you need to know. So we are putting a huge importance on the OG high risk role. We know some of you guys tried really hard to earn these. Some of you won contests. Some of you were just grinding and you were just there. We appreciate you guys. We do not want you to miss your opportunity. I want to take this time to remind you we're actually going to upgrade the OG high risk role. This is going to happen right after the pre-sale has been completed. If you want to make sure that you get the updated role, it's called the Ultimate OG role. You have to follow these specific instructions. The Ultimate OG role is going to be the one that has the lifetime benefits for having this role. This is going to go well beyond just the pre-sale. The reason why we're upgrading this role is because anybody who does not use their OG high risk role and does not follow the specific instructions, they get to keep that role, but that role does not have the same benefits as the Ultimate OG. This is what you're striving for. That's why, oh yeah, the cream rises to the top. It's called the Ultimate OG role. Now let's get into it. How do you get this role? It's very simple. To qualify for the upgraded Ultimate OG role, you must simply use your entire 1K ADA allotment on pre-sale day. There is nothing more to do than that. If you do not use your entire 1K, you will not get the upgraded role. Now, what will the upgraded role get? Well, to give you guys just a little bit of a taste of that, you will be getting an NFT airdrop from our first NFT release. You will be getting discount on future NFT drops as well, and you're going to have some advantages that are going to come into play in a risk versus reward style, and that's only going to be available primarily to the Ultimate OG role holders. We have a lot of other plans coming. These will be revealed as we continue to develop this project itself. But basically, having this role gives you an advantage to get some of the really, really cool things. We're going to reward people who were with us early, who followed the rules and did indeed spend their entire 1K ADA to make sure that they were ready to go. So my advice to you, of course, is not financial advice ever on here on UltimateCNFT, but my advice to you, if you have the OG high risk role, make sure you get this Ultimate OG role. Do whatever you can, even if you have to beg, borrow, and steal. Of course, I'm just kidding because I don't promote stealing, but if you need to partner up with some other people to make sure, and of course people you trust, to make sure that you get this role, go ahead and do it, because the NFT airdrops alone are going to be worth it. Now, we're also been already taking care of our OG roles by giving away a number of our partnership NFTs as giveaways for the OG high risk role takers right now. Now, a little bit of a hint, you guys, as to what we may be doing in the future with the Ultimate OG role. We want people to always be able to come into our ecosystem and have that advantage should they choose to. Not everyone was here right at the start of this. There's going to be a lot of people coming to Cardano and a lot of people coming to Risk who maybe didn't even get the opportunity. They weren't here to take advantage of these opportunities. Maybe they would have followed all the rules. They would have been very excited to be about it, a part of it, just like you are. Well, we are going to allow you guys to be able to, shall we say, on the secondary market, sell your Ultimate OG role. It will be associated with an NFT that will be coming with that. That will be an airdrop style NFT. This is not something I have announced yet on the channel. This is only something you're going to hear because you listen and you follow the videos I make right here on UltimateCNFT. A full announcement with the full details will follow after the pre-sale, but keep in mind this is going to be something very special. And the plans we have in place are also going to make all of our partner projects, people who are permanently partnered with us on our map, they're going to be pretty happy with what we decide to do with some of the revenue generated from the secondary sales of this. It's going to be absolutely fantastic. Now, moving on, I'll recap for you real quick. If you want to get the Ultimate OG role, make sure you drop your 1K ADA on pre-sale day, and you will have that updated rule. We'll be taking a snapshot of the wallets who followed the rules. Now, we've got some airdrops to get to, you guys. Let's read up on this. As for the airdrop bonus of risk, this will be different than the OG presale qualifications. Now, any address that mints their entire 1K ADA allotment on presale day will be qualified for a share in the 1% airdrop bonus. This includes risk takers and public as well. This will be a dual snapshot event. To qualify, you will have to keep your entire 1K ADA worth of presale minted risk tokens in the original wallet you minted from through both snapshots. You cannot sell or move between wallets or you will be disqualified. The first snapshot will be within 24 hours of DEX launch. The other will be no later than 15 days after DEX launch. We will announce when the second snapshot has taken place. Now here is a nice little twist to this. Every wallet that does not qualify for the airdrop will create an increased share in the 1% bonus tokens for those wallets that do qualify. We have a total of 2% tokens set aside for airdrops and bonuses. The other 1% will come into play after the first airdrop is complete. Only wallets that qualified for the first airdrop will also qualify for the second. Now, if there's any confusion with this, let me sum it up for you. If you mint your entire 1K ADA allotment and you hold it through the first 2 snapshots, will be no more than a total of 15 days, you will qualify for this. Anybody who does not make it to a part of that, there will be a smaller pool to divide that 1% in. The second 1% bonus token allocation will be a much more condensed opportunity for a fewer amount of qualified wallets. This will be more of a risk versus reward kind of situation where not everyone who qualifies will win, but will have a chance at a much larger bonus airdrop. A third snapshot will determine what qualifies for this airdrop. Details to be announced. Of course, you got to qualify for the first one to qualify for the second one, and we've got a lot of details coming up for some ideas we've been tossing around for our top 100 holders. If you're thinking about diamond handing in this project or aping into this project, being one of those top 100 holders is going to be very beneficial for you, as is the upgrading of the OG high risk role to the ultimate OG role. And for those of you who are willing to get into those airdrops, yes, we've got some plans for you as well. One more very important bit of information. This is a do or die situation. You guys' wallet registration deadline is July 13th. It's coming up here in a little bit more than a day as of the making of this video. There will be a few exceptions for people who won their OG role late, but if you already have your OG high risk role, you have no excuses. We've been giving everybody plenty of warnings. Get in there, get registered, and get ready for risk. Oh yeah, the cream is rising to the top. Risk, let's go. Peace out and God bless.